Hi, everyone, and welcome to your Monday Mojo. This week is Christmas week. So, as you can see in my home, I've got some Christmas decorations up, and it goes without saying that I want to wish you and yours a wonderful, blessed holiday season. And today we are continuing our conversation about strengths, the talents that we find in the Strengths Finder 2.0 assessment. And we are focusing on those talents that are located within the dimension of influencing, right? So when we think of influencing, we think of being able to move others, right? Move them forward or bring them along with us. And there's so many different ways that we can do that. Last week, we talked about the talent of communication and that it really has everything to do with the verbal part of communicating and inspiring and motivating others through our word. And this week, what I want to talk to you about is the talent of competition, okay? It's definitely one that has a lot of power and edge to it, and it has that ability to not only move ourselves, right? So if we have competition as a talent, we can really move ourselves and get ourselves going, but we could also create a culture of movement and energy within our teams, okay? So let's talk a little bit more about competition and what it really means. Individuals with this talent, and when it's at a very high level for them, when they're really leveraging it, what they are looking at the end of the day is comparison. They are comparing themselves to others, and that is how they find that motivation and that drive. They always are looking to what are others doing and how can I be better than others? And not only how can I be better than others, but how can I win? Winning is very important to individuals with competition, and ultimately that is how they measure themselves, if they're able to win. It's not so much the journey and how great of a job they did, right? But if they didn't get that medal, that gold medal, then they don't, at the end of the day, they're not happy with their performance. So people with high competition are going to thrive in environments where they can continue to see the competition out there in whatever form it is, whatever industry it is, and they are going to strive to beat that competition. So think about how that pertains to your industry, to your team, your environment, or perhaps yourself, right? How do you influence yourself and move yourself forward? Competition may be something you have, and it may be something that you don't have, right? So, but in teams, especially I think of sales teams, right? Or teams that are competing as far as products and innovation, and competition is extremely important, and they need to know who their competition is in the marketplace. This is a skill that's important to have in your team. So let's talk a little bit more about what we see in individuals with high competition. So they have to be, and they really look for who their competitors are. Okay, in their mind, they always have a list of who those individuals are that they're competing with, and they're striving to beat those individuals. Okay, they have to strive to win in everything that they do and every day. Again, if they are not if they don't have that ability to compete and win, they're not going to feel happy. They're not going to find that joy in their life, okay, and that engagement. They bring an aspiration to be the best, right? So within teams, they could really set the bar for others and help others, strive for achievement. And that's a really cool thing to have within a team. They need to compare, and they need motivation. They need to either create that motivation or they need it from others as well. They value being put up against the best, okay? They're not shy. They want to be up against the best, and they want to win. I think of Michael Jordan, right? As an extreme example of someone who's highly competitive and is always looking at, how I can be the best and winning. The metaphor, of course, I mentioned it already. One metaphor that you can use is the golden medal, is the gold medal, you know. They don't want silver. They don't want bronze. They're not going to be happy with that. They need to achieve gold. And their barrier label, right? So individuals, um, the others around us, if we have high competition and it's very strong within us, others may be perceiving us as sore losers, right? If we are not able to win and we take it on very hard, others are going to see us as a sore loser. So in our own personal and professional development, we want to think about, how do we react when we're not able to win at the end of the day? Are we being sore losers, or can we learn and grow from this and then take on that next competition and let this one go, right? So with all of our talents, we always want to look at how we could be the best version of that talent and not the sore loser, right? So think about that if you feel that you have the talent of competition. And the better we get at it, the more that we're going to win, and the less that others will perceive us as sore losers, but actually individuals who just like the challenge and can grow and learn from it. So that's our little tip of the day when we're looking at the different talents that we can possess and how we can find those talents for ourselves by using a tool like StrengthsFinder. So thank you for joining me today. And next week, we're going to continue learning about those talents that we can find in the leadership dimension of influencing. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next week.